over here on my left after the conclusion of the dress rehearsal, and you can go over there and get another team picture taken.
Let's do another one.
Spectators, another reminder for you, please remain quiet during the contest. If you wish to have a conversation, that's fine, but please take it over to the live viewing area and the coach view area in the food court. This, once the contest starts, this area is to be considered a silent area. There will be copies of the contest problems, both today's dress rehearsal problems and tomorrow's championship contest problems, available for spectators after the contest starts in both the spectator seating area and over in the food court. By the way, I just mentioned coach views. Coaches, if you haven't seen it, you should go over once the contest starts to the food court and check out coach view. It lets you look at your team, see what they're doing. They can, and teams, be aware, your coaches can see your desktop and they can see your camera. Okay. Teams, once the dress rehearsal starts, when the dress rehearsal contest starts, you will be allowed to remove the documents under your keyboard. You will find a number of practice problems, and you should work through at least one problem and submit it. We encourage you to solve as many of them as you like. You will also find a document which is a list of suggested dress rehearsal activities. Strongly suggest that you go through all the suggested activities to make sure everything works for your team. The suggested activities include printing. Printouts will be brought to you. If you print something and there's information in the technical notes about how to print something, they will be brought to you. Don't get up and go trying to find the printer. Okay? Your printouts will be brought to you. Teams are allowed to print small jobs, a few pages. Do try and print the entire C++ API documentation. Okay? That will be, I'm serious actually, that would be considered grounds for disqualification on the basis that you just blocked the printer for the next 30 minutes and that stopped other teams from getting the printout. So small jobs, a few pages, we're not going to worry about. And again, teams, I'll remind you, there's a letter for your coaches in your packet once we start. So, we are about ready to start. In a moment, we're going to resume the clock, and when the clock reaches 0, you will be allowed to log in and begin working. At this time, I'd like to invite the following people to the stage to release the trophy balloons and start the contest. The ICPC Executive Director, Bill Poucher. The ICPC Foundation Chief Operating Officer, Melinda Gage. The Dean of the UCF College of Engineering and Computer Science, Dr. Michael Georgiopoulos. The College of Engineering and Computer Science Dean's Executive Administrative Assistant, Jennifer Sutton. The Southeast Regional Director of the Defense Innovation Unit of the U.S. Department of Defense, Bev Say. And the North America Championship Contest Director, Tony Logar. So we need to do a final status check here. Okay, final status check. Where are we? Not yet. Here, right. Okay, status check. Let's see. SysOps, are we ready?
No.
SysOps is ready. Judges have been ready for months. Let's see. Operations. Tom Cabal, Operations Director, are we ready?
The yellow shirts are ready.
The yellow shirts are ready. Okay. see. Security. Sergeant Slavic, are we secure? We're ready back there? Okay. He's the guy with the one guy that's allowed to have a gun. Okay, so pay attention closely to him.
Scary.
And that leaves just contest director Tony Logar. Are we ready? We are ready. And that's leaves teams. Teams, are you ready?
Yeah. Right where to be.
Well, that was okay. That moved it into yellow. Let's try one more. Team, are you ready? Yeah. All right. Okay. And everybody's ready. So, Dean Georgiopoulos, launch the balloons, and you may now start the contest and open your packets.
And we are off with a very loud beginning to the ICPC 2025 practice round. Well, I guess, hang on. Back to the contest.
To make it fair, teams, go ahead. You won't be able to log in.
Let's try doing a.
Are you making
You may
a
open your
spreadsheet?
packets.
Yeah,
and
let's
see
use
what
one
you
paper.
find. Set it aside.
Let's
You
go.
are
But you can't
permitted
log in
to
yet.
think, though.
You gotta wait 20 seconds, my guy.
What? Why'd they do that?
And the contest is underway. We have quite a few teams participating today. This is the 2025 ICPC dress rehearsal. We have a ticker that still says before Lydia, so we'll work on getting that in sync. But this is the dress rehearsal where we have several teams competing and looking at the problems which I believe have been seen before. Normally we'll have these problems delivered to us, but we don't have them yet. And this is primarily a tech check. For anyone watching, the real contest will be happening tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time. But we always have some variance in start times here in the ICPC North American Championship. We're here in Orlando, Florida, at University of Central Florida, in the Pegasus Ballroom, which you can see here. Very beautiful overlay. And we have K problems here, which looks like 11. And all of these teams, to get here, teams have to participate in a regional contest, perform pretty well, win for their school, and also perform well to be in the top of the regional contest to qualify for North American Championships. And you can see all of these teams are trying to solve these problems today, I guess, and get them wrong to practice testing the system, making sure their login works. Looks like our stream's working too. And we are 1 minute and 36 seconds in to the North American Championship dress rehearsal. As we go here, we're going to be, we should have access to chat, so if you want to send something in chat, we can see that. And then, oh, we got our first dark green from University of Chicago, putting them in first place with an AC on problem J. We don't know what problem J is yet, but someday we'll learn.
Do you want me to wire up?
Welcome, yeah.
I already did all the problems, so.
Do you want to tell us what J is?
J is. I can pull out my laptop. Sorry, let me pop in here. It's okay for me to pull. Where's the? Oh, is that not working?
Well, it is. Do you want it to work? Here you go.
I wasn't sure where to look. I can
Now
look here.
now we're on that one. It's switches between these two.
Cool. Let me.
Extra
put these in.
professionalism here.
Yeah, dress rehearsal, the typical, usual. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. If you know my name, then please don't repeat it. So problem J is.
Please don't repeat it.
No. Problem
secret.
J is which number kind is it? And my Wi-Fi is a little bad here, so maybe I'll
These
switch
are up on Caddis.
networks. The problems are up on Caddis, actually. So there is nac25open.caddis.com. And yeah, the Wi-Fi is real bad over here. It's because I'm on this side of the corner. Let me switch to the guest network. So so all of the problems here are unoriginal. So we had a bunch of regional contests, and the regional teams that made it into the contest, that made it here to NAC, they were able to make it in. Let me post this. I can post this in second thread server.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I just did that. I just posted it for you directly.
All right. What's
Yeah.
wrong?
It's okay. We're dress rehearsaling.
Yeah,
we
it's
can
a
get the
rehearsal.
feedback later. So this is some problem. You got some numbers and you have to print some strings. You know, easy.
How about you start talking at it? Well, meanwhile, I make a scene live for us to be able to share my screen. How about
Okay.
that?
Cool. Okay. So in this problem, you're given you have a non-negative integer from 0 to 10 to the 6. And we want to ask two questions. Number one, is this integer odd or not? And then the second one is it a perfect square or not? So everyone knows the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5,
You check if the number's odd and also if it's a perfect square, and you print two things.
So you print one thing. So either you print, like, if it's odd and a perfect square, you print OS. If it's odd and not a perfect square, you print O. If it's a perfect square but not odd, you print S, and if it's neither, you print empty, apparently.
Gotcha. Okay. And we'll have the problem up in just a few minutes here.
Just as it is. In the meantime, I am... Oh, Caddis is not open directly this way. Ask everyone to register on the link in the description. Oop.
That PDF is potentially already available online. So, hi everyone.
Is it okay for me to show these problems publicly? I guess that's the main question.
These problems are public anyway. It's not like it matters.
All right, cool. So then we will move forward with this. One sec.
I've just
There
been
you
yapping.
go. So now people can hear us.
Perfect. Well,
We had
people were just like, nope, it ain't working.
We had a question of what is the most common programming language used
Sorry,
here?
I'm gonna
Go.
pull up the stream so I also have YouTube chat here. Yeah. So
We've got it here too, by the way.
On top of the,
Yeah,
of the-
I'm working on it.
okay. So there are 5 programming languages that are in use. Because there are tons of languages, but some of them are not eligible to be used. So the languages are in alphabetic order: C, C++, Java, Kotlin, Python. At this contest specifically, the most common language will be C++. C++ is the fastest language, and so when speed is everything, teams will gravitate towards the language that gives them like the most upside. So C++ is definitely the most common. After that, it will be Python. Python it's actually gotten faster recently. They use a special interpreter that makes Python code faster. And Python is really short. Like it's a more concise language, so it's faster to type out the same amount of code in Python than it would be in even like C++ or the other languages. So Python has like an advantage in its like brevity.
Is this faster in terms of runtime we're speaking of? Or
Fastest in terms of runtime, C++, which is what almost everyone uses. Python is fastest to code. But,
Yeah, like a
but
Python.
probably slowest to run.
No, actually, Java's slowest nowadays.
Really?
Python is now faster than Java in a lot of. It's not always faster, but Python's a little bit faster in runtime than Java nowadays.
How is your dropped frames doing?
Me?
Zero?
Zero drop frames.
Okay.
You dropping frames?
You're doing great. I'm not, but that's okay.
You gotta tell your computer to get good.
Let's see where contestants can actually listen both of his computers like weird.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the score here. We have a
Has
whole bunch of
anything
ACs.
finished?
Lots on A, lots on J.
Ah, okay.
So we've talked about J. Maybe let's go take a look at problem A here.
Yeah. Are you? I assume you can pull it up. Yeah. Airfare grants.
Yeah.
Oh, this problem was real controversial because
In a dress rehearsal?
no one could understand what it was. No, not in the dress rehearsal. In the contest where it was held, no one could understand what the heck it was asking.
Do you remember what contest that was?
Rocky Mountain. This was in internal testing, so this problem came from Rocky Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a problem that so there is a type of problem in these contests that are basically purely reading comprehension. So you have this like long statement. We'll keep it on screen for a bit, and I know the solution. We'll see if David over here can.
Should we just ask ChatGPT? That way we don't have to read this.
ChatGPT definitely has this problem. ChatGPT definitely has this problem in the training data because this problem's like a year old.
Oh, I see.
But so basically what happens for this problem is, oh my god, I'm like having trouble.
Well, let's read it.
remembering.
Congratulations, your team has advanced to the next round of the International Cupcake Production Competition, ICPC. To participate, you're going to fly to Cupcake City from your hometown, and you'll get some sponsors with flight tickets. Here's how it works. You already have obtained a list of the available flights. Among these options, you first report the price of one flight. This determines the reimbursement limit of your trip. Sponsors would pay you up to half of the reimbursement limit. Next, you purchase your actual flight ticket. This may or may not be the same as the flight ticket you reported for the reimbursement limit. Finally, you show the receipt of your purchase, and sponsors will reimburse you the minimum of your actual cost and the reimbursement limit. So you pick the most expensive one for your reimbursement limit, and then the cheapest one to actually buy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the difference between those, maxed with 0, is the answer, right?
Yes, so that is exactly what David said. So David passed the reading comprehension test, and I'm sure he could actually write the code to do it. So we're gonna give him a green check mark here.
Native English speaker to the rescue.
Do we have a soundboard? Do we have a soundboard?
Ding ding ding.
You have sound out.
Oh, we don't. Sound output.
I don't hear anything in my
We should have.
head.
Oh, you mean the contest floor, Lydia?
No, just the. I don't.
You should be able to hear us.
Sure, whose problem is that?
I see there's audio from our mic. Maybe. Do you like hearing yourself?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
can
little-
hear you.
I don't like the 200 millisecond delay though.
Yeah, I think it's a self-inflicted damage.
Yeah, it feels a
But
little
my internet
weird.
connection is just struggling.
Oh wait, we actually need this?
No,
Oh, I
it's
see.
now it's just going to YouTube. We just don't hear ourselves.
Okay. No worries, no worries.
Lydia, how's our audio working in Pride? We have like 0
Oh, I
viewers
think
right now,
it's
so.
my device issue.
Okay. Do you want to go just go outside and make sure that our stream actually has audio? Would you mind?
The cameras in the hallway kind of?
No, just like on your phone, bring up this on
The
YouTube.
stream?
Yeah, just make sure it like actually sounds reasonable.
Are they also broadcasting the stream in the atrium?
In the atrium, maybe. I don't know if
It
that
would
has
be
the
it would be
TV.
good to check if because I think they do have the stream on in the atrium. It would be we could ask her to check that as well.
That would be that'd be cool.
Sorry, I'm blanking.
ASU here on their second submission to A, which is an AC. Nice job, ASU. ASU, I believe, is the largest university in the country by student population.
I don't know any of these stats off the top of my head.
I think it is.
I know roughly nothing.
We're gonna have probably fewer fun facts this year than last year, but
we can.
we can
I
hound the
told
people.
I told all the teams if they didn't submit fun facts, you would hunt them down.
If you're watching right now and you have a son, daughter, or friend competing in NAC, get them to submit fun facts. There's a Discord channel that they're in. Make sure they submit fun facts. That'll make the stream entertaining for you, and also their fun facts will be known by the viewers. UCF still yet to get on the board.
Yeah, but I think a lot of teams are, they are trying very hard to test the system and not actually solve all the problems. So there are teams that are going to compete for top of the dress rehearsal scoreboard because that's like a mini bragging rights thing. Then there are teams that they're actually just testing the whole system. Oh, we have guests from SysOps.
No.
Oh, Lydia
Secret
has
guests.
guests from SysOps. Has secret guest. Should I try to pull in a judge and we start doing that, or do you want to keep me here for a bit? What do you want?
We should probably get contest floor audio here, don't you think?
Okay. Maybe
like to be
you
able
work
to
on
hear the
contest floor
contest
audio,
floor.
and I will drag a judge in.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Because we gotta test that process out eventually.
It's about a 30-second delay.
30-second delay, but it sounds good.
It sounds great, but there is a 30-second delay between the stream, YouTube, and you.
Fine.
That's fine,
There's
yeah.
not much we can do about that.
That's a
But
YouTube thing.
Great clarity though.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
The internet's always gonna be slow. There's always gonna be like, I think 30 seconds is pretty typical for us, so we'll take it. Clarity is what we care about.
Overlay
Clarity
now.
is very good, clear.
Wonderful.
Christine.
Thank you.
Was there another platform you wanted me to double check or anything, or is it all basically being streamed through that?
Oh wait, sorry. I believe it's all on YouTube, so YouTube's it. Let me just get this working here. Yeah, I don't think we have any overlay audio, so it would be nice if we did have that. The overlay is the thing that controls all of the, like the end-to-end, the stuff that's on the screen now.
Oh.
And it should have audio from the contest floor, so you can kind of hear what's going on, hear when people get submissions and stuff. I am not hearing that now. Maybe that's a me issue, though. Well, we'll ask people in a bit. For now, this is what we have in the contest so far. UC Davis, first submission coming in recently. University of Florida, UF, not U Central Florida, with an ACNC, moving them into 20-something place. UCLA just moved into 4th place with another AC. UC Dallas, wrong answer on K. Couple wrong answers on K here. Looks like that might be unintentional.
All right, we have judge number 1.
Welcome. What's your name?
I'm Omkar. I'm one of the judges here.
Omkar, welcome. Do you wanna come take a seat here?
Sure, sounds
I'm sorry. Usually I'll try and be in the other seat.
nice.
Can you squeeze in behind me?
Yeah, I can try.
Is enough room?
Is the live stream going right now?
Is what live?
Sorry,
is that?
Oh, are we live right now?
We are live.
Nice.
We're live to probably
Very few people.
half a dozen people maybe,
Nice.
and some cats.
Cats. Have we confirmed that these cats exist?
Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed.
Okay, good to know.
Just assumed. One sec.
Okay.
Nick, real quick, would you mind asking Lydia if we can get audio on the overlay?
Audio on overlay.
Because right now I don't think there is any.
Is she in SysOps?
No idea.
Alright, I'll go look for her.
Okay. Omkar.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad to have you. We have some things on the bottom. That's not very helpful. Okay. Well, oh well.
Sure.
Here's a quick summary. You're a judge this year, right?
Yes, I'm judge this year. That's correct.
What was creating the dress rehearsal problems like?
creating the dress rehearsal problems. Well,
Is this something you've been working on for years, one might say?
yeah, years I'd say. It's like it was an experience, I would say. I'm not sure how serious I should be here.
You're gonna be
It's like-
serious.
Okay.
When did you? When
well,
were they? When did you start creating the first problem that was used in the dress rehearsal?
on the dress rehearsal? Okay, so I did not create the dress rehearsal. So I actually did not create the dress rehearsal problems.
Okay.
Yeah, they were taken from past rehearsals.
Yeah, but
yes.
someone made those, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think they're all from 2024.
2024. So you're writing
I
them
presume
in
like
2023.
2023. Yeah, like early 2023. Sorry, late 2023 to like early to middle of 2024 probably.
Year and a half long process then.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, so this camera, which camera is
Okay.
that? That's
This one is-
this one.
this
That's
one?
really out of focus.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, let me go fix it. That's the one you're talking to now.
Oh, I see. So,
Tell
so-
us
sorry,
your
look
favorite
at
part
that.
about being a judge.
My favorite being a judge. Honestly, I'd say it, like the whole problem setting process was. It's something that like I previously didn't have much experience with. Like I helped set some CF rounds, but outside of that, outside of that, like I didn't have much. So I think I've learned that like in many ways I like problem setting like almost as much as I do problem solving, just because like I personally am not that great under time pressure. But like
Yeah.
with problem setting, there is no time pressure. You can
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
take as long as you want to solve problems. And like the whole creative process as well of developing problem ideas, it's something I find really cool, and it's something that I'd like to get better at, which is why I've been trying to problem set a bit more lately. So yeah.
Omkar, you've been a great guest so far.
Thank you.
Do you think it's possible we can get you on stream tomorrow, ask some more serious questions?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, like I am prepared enough to talk about the problems that I wrote, I think. So, yeah, I'd be happy to do so.
All 0 or more of them?
Yes, exactly. All 0 or more of them.
Sounds wonderful. We can't wait to have you.
Yep, sounds good.
Right now, we'll stick to more generic stuff. Do you want to tell us what you had for breakfast today?
For breakfast, what did I have for breakfast?
Lydia loves that question.
I love non-serious questions.
Lydia,
We're here to just
Speaking of
Hello, everyone. Hi. We are so back, and I feel like dress
So
rehearsal
back.
is the best place to just get everyone a glimpse of us being human.
Mhm.
Because during broadcast, it's usually our contestants being superhuman. So
When you get a chance, Lydia, can we get sound from the overlay?
no.
No,
You
why
can
not?
only
Sad.
get sound as part of looking at the webcam of a team. So
Oh,
first of all,
interesting.
all your sounds now have chit-chatting contestants on top of it. Second of
Oh,
all,
okay.
uh,
So we kind of need a camera there, huh? That's what you're saying.
I can throw. Yeah, I'll throw a mic or something. Yeah, not as part of the overlay, but we'll work on it. You want
Okay.
more background noise? Don't you like the background noise from the phone? It noise cancels everything.
The phone, the one up there,
Yeah.
it's kind of far away. I think most of it is a fan,
Okay.
but
I'll.
well, yeah, it's just
I'll
we're
mic
kind of
noise
sitting
something.
sitting in
Or-
silence
or
here. It feels
we
like
can
we're in a
record
basement.
A minute of sound, loop it. Nobody will notice.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So breakfast this morning.
Yes.
So funnily enough, I slightly overslept. So the first meal I had was lunch, unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah.
So like a noon breakfast.
Yeah, sure. Like just the standard box lunch.
And this was like a
Turkey sandwich.
turkey
Well,
sandwich, cookie,
Yeah.
and chips.
Yes, exactly.
What'd you have to drink with it? That is my
Water.
Coke from there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
100% recycled. Look at that.
Ooh, love to see it.
Look at that.
Yeah, I said water. I'm a water enthusiast, I'd say.
There you go.
So actually, one thing I want to talk about. So like, this may be mildly embarrassing to admit, but back when like so. I like set some contests on CF as I like alluded to earlier. As I alluded to earlier, like back in 2020 and 2021, and so like after the rounds were over, like one of my friends and I like met up in person to coordinate. It's like to coordinate answer clarifications and whatnot. We actually watched your live streams, which is so yeah, it's
Wonderful.
Like, really nice. So yeah, it's like very nice to get to meet you in person for sure.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I should start doing them more if people find them that helpful.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like we found them more entertaining,
Yeah.
to be honest, but yeah, helpful as well, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is fun to see. I remember several of my friends and I write Hacker Cup problems.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So we'll anytime someone like streams their performance of it, we'll go back and watch after, see what they thought about the problems.
I see, makes sense.
I got a big kick out of when Ericto.
Oh, Ericto.
There was a problem that I wrote in, it was like a round 3 Hacker Cup problem, or round 2 Hacker Cup problem. So it was like, it wasn't too important to get to round 3 because he was already going to qualify. So
Yeah,
it was like,
makes
oh,
sense.
should I keep going or not? He kept going, and then he solved a problem that was mine, and he's
Nice.
like, "Oh man, this is such a beautiful problem. I'm glad I kept going. I didn't quit early." And it's like, "Oh my goodness, thank you
Nice.
for
Yeah,
saying
I
that.
can imagine.
Makes your day."
Yeah. Also, you're based in Seattle now, is that right?
I am, yeah.
So I am too, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
I work for a startup called Cumulo. Like we do like file systems work.
In the
essentially.
cloud? What a pun.
Yeah, of course.
Cumulo. Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to see in person sometime then.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, like, you're on the NAPC Discord, right?
I am, although I just got access to Discord again today, so I'm not the most active Discord member, but
sure.
But I
Okay.
can. You probably have like access to my account, my handle from that.
I see like on Code Forces, you mean, or on
Or
Discord?
no, just on Discord.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
So
sounds
feel
good,
free to
yeah.
send me a message and Corday stuff.
Yep, we'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So sounds good then. Did you have anything else you want to talk about?
To be completely honest, Omkar, today is mostly just a testing stream.
Okay, sounds good.
But
Tell
we
a
can.
joke.
Yeah, what's your favorite joke?
Nominate a second person to comment a live broadcast. Say hi, mom.
Okay, I will do that. Yeah.
What's it? Well, you gotta tell us a joke here.
Oh, sorry. I thought those were like.
Do you want a ChatGPT inspired joke?
Okay, sure. Let me think of a joke. It's surprisingly hard to think of jokes on the spot.
I've got one.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Why don't skeletons fight each other?
Because no, not because they're spineless. That's not right. They are in fact very spineful.
They don't have the guts.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. That was from ChatGPT.
Oh,
In
of
case
course.
anyone was wondering.
Oh, I see. Yes.
How about a programming one, huh?
Yeah, sure.
ChatGPT says, "Why do programmers prefer dark mode?
Because
Because light attracts bugs." Oh my goodness.
Of
Oh, this is
course.
actually
Oh
good.
my goodness.
This is
Bruh.
actually good.
How about one specifically about competitive programming?
How did the programmer get kicked out of the contest? He tried to brute force the judge.
Oh,
That's not
no.
even funny.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
Thumbs
no.
down.
Bad response.
Baby.
Don't like the personality.
I don't like your personality,
Hate to see
ChatGPT.
it. Okay. All right. Should I go nominate someone else now?
Yeah, go throw another gesture. Thanks, Omkar.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah,
We'll
no
see you
problem.
tomorrow.
Yep. Looking forward to discussing some stuff tomorrow for sure.
I'm so good, goddammit. So good. You have no idea.
This is the wrong thing.
Sounds
Excuse me.
like
Yeah, we gotta figure out a better way of doing this here.
Yeah. Maybe like you.
I should be on this side.
Yeah.
is
I
what
think
should
you be
happen.
on that side.
All right, let's go figure that out.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Will, can you get me into the ICPC Discord?
You don't need the one with contestants.
That was an incredible throw, by the
That's
way. I
for,
just want everyone to
the
acknowledge
training.
how
That's
awesome
for
that was.
Yeah, that's where the training process is going.
No, I wanted the other one. With the planning.
Huh?
I said I want to be a part of the other one, with the planning. Be about helping volunteer.
Oh, there's no Discord for this. It's just reaching out to, well, usually hosts, so Jennifer was taking care of us today, and I'm not sure about the process, but I'm pretty sure that Jennifer can set it up.
Okay. I'll just talk to her again. Be like, yeah, please do this. That's if I'm not in it next year.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That would be cool.
It's kind of a disaster, but
I have reactions website both exist and also show something. Like there are no video. Come in.
welcome.
I've been nominated.
What's your name?
Jerry.
Jared?
Jerry.
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 Jerry, good to meet you, Jerry. I'm
is a
David.
world finalist, so he can tell scary stories.
Jerry, which World Finals did you participate in?
Both the second one in Egypt, and then also the one in Astana.
Okay,
then
second.
use
So
edge L.
Luxor and Astana. Wonderful. Well, welcome. What's your Code Forces handle, Jerry?
Nanoblob.
Nanoblob. I think I've seen you around. Have I? Are we friends? I don't know if we're friends.
I don't think we are.
That's a very serious question.
Are we friends?
Am I?
Are we free?
But I have
This is the dress
participated
rehearsal,
in.
man.
Who
And a hard.
are we?
I mean, I've done
Let's
Hacker
put a
Cup
name
under
on
the
it.
handle Nanoblob.
Okay, maybe
Where
I've
you
seen
can,
you.
like-
Maybe I've seen you there then.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are tons of people here, Nick. I can't be friends with everybody.
Why?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Are you
can.
friends?
I think I only have 100. Yeah, I think I'm friends with you, Lydia. Nanoblob?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nano.
Oh,
The
nano,
first
sorry.
should be an A.
No. Nanoblob. Oh, I don't think I am friends with you. Oopsies, my bad. Well, now's a great time to change that. Sorry, what's your name again?
Jerry.
Jerry, like Steinfeld.
My
Yes.
favorite life hack is every guest who comes, I ask to put a badge on a table.
Ah, there
I
you go.
usually tell them
That's
that
smart.
badge conflicts
Doesn't
with
look
a
good on the
wire
camera.
or something. Yeah, doesn't look good on the camera.
And then you
in
just read
reality,
it.
It's just for me to have a visual cue on the name.
That's a great idea. Jerry, good to meet you. My name's David.
Good to meet you too.
I am a Hacker Cup guy. Okay, so we got two cameras. Here's one. Camera 2 is dead. I'm gonna go fix it. Oh man. So that is this one here. Okay. It's a great part about having two cameras is that you can switch them out when you need.
Yep.
The battery just died, or is it when you moved it?
Battery died, yeah.
We're running in RAID
We had
2.
more ways to plug these in.
I'm literally wrapping a Python script into a while true slip 5000. That's exciting.
Are you solving the problem?
Submissions and then I'll be good.
Well, I am solving some problems, but they have nothing to do with the NAC.
They're self-inflicted problems that we're
Well,
solving over here.
yeah. That's the word.
There we go. There's the two cameras. There's the first one. Here's the second one. There's the screen.
Split
Mm,
second.
In case you want to read our
ChatGPT.
jokes.
Nice.
All right. So let's talk about these practice problems, huh? What do you think, Jerry?
Sure.
Which one's your favorite?
Probably the one that I wrote.
Really?
Which is problem D, homework.
Problem D, homework help. Should I read it for us, and then you can give us a summary of how to do it?
Sure.
All right. So, Alice, what is going on here? Why is this not updating?
I'm just gonna say homework help was a great problem, and I'm not saying that because this guy's right here.
Thanks, Nick.
Hey, I put it on the regional, remember?
Yeah.
Homework help. All right. Alice was recently given a homework assignment to help write a program that would output the number of inversions in a subarray of a given permutation. She happily turned it in and got full marks on her assignment. The next week, their homework assignment was to find the length of the longest increasing subsequence in the same array. So both these are very common problems people will have done before.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Alice had already thrown away the paper that contained the permutation she needed. Oh, so now she has to restore it? Luckily, this permutation was stored in the program she wrote. Unfortunately, she is now only able to query for the number of inversions in a subarray. What about the first thing? Number of inversions in a subarray. What about the LIS? She asked you to help solve this. Oh, so she has to find the LIS, given the ability to query the number of inversions?
Yeah, or just find the length of the longest increasing subsequence. Because there can be many, so it's not really possible to deduplicate it.
So let's look at an example. So n equals 3. You ask from 1 to 3 how many inversions are there. They say 1.
Yes.
So the array is either 2, 1, 3 or 1, 3, 2.
Is that right? Yes.
2, 1, 3 or 1, 3, 2. So then you ask 1 and 2, are those inverted? And they say yes. So now you know it's 2, 1, 3 for certain. And then you say 2, because in 2, 1, 3, the longest increasing subsequence is either 2, 3 or 1, 3.
Yeah, and then
so
the
it has
length
length
is
2. Okay. Wonderful. And then how many queries do you get? So
yeah. So you're allowed at most n queries, so the same as the length of the array.
Okay.
But this is actually not like a type bound. You can do it with n minus 1, queries if you wanted to, but I thought that was a weird bound to put.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Minutes.
All right.
Penalty points.
For tomorrow,
No, Redis theory have not yet fixed that.
Lydia and friends, for tomorrow we're gonna have to
Wrong
is gonna
answer?
need to be a lot quieter in here.
Oh yeah, we are not talking at all for tomorrow. You
Okay.
want us to we should really
If
stop talking.
it's
for
a little tough to have the conversation over here just with that in the ears, but yeah. If you need to talk, I guess it's okay. Okay. Sorry,
What?
Jerry. Okay. We had n-1 as an
Yeah.
approach here. Do we want to, real quick, try to draw this out? Okay. What approach do you think we should try? So if we have a series of things, I guess another question, is the checker adversarial?
No, so the checker starts with a fixed permutation.
Okay.
But that's mainly for ease of writing the checker, because I don't think it's
The solution doesn't depend on it.
it should not depend on
So
what the checker makes the permutation.
yeah, I guess one obvious approach is like if you have n queries, the two things that come to mind are you could do like this range and this range and this range, but that sounds not very helpful because here if you have like 1 and then this is something bigger than 1, 4, and then you see this is smaller than 4, it doesn't tell you anything about its relationship to 1.
Exactly. Yes.
So it doesn't tell you whether it's 2 or whether it's like 0.
Yeah.
So this seems maybe not the most helpful. Another approach that like might work is you could try something like this, and then like this, and then like this. And to me, this seems a lot more promising.
Yeah, and that's actually the approach that we want to go with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, we see a 2 here, and then we see something smaller than 2. Let's say a 0. That way, we'll know there's one inversion in this range here.
Exactly.
And then let's say we see a -1 here. Then what does that tell us?
Yeah, so that would give us 3 inversions on that range,
Okay.
I believe. And then it sort of tells us the relative ordering of -1 in relation to the other two numbers.
Mhm.
Like if we take the difference between the two, I guess, prefixes that we had, then we know that there's like 2 inversions created by -1 when compared to all of the numbers to the left. So we know that it's like the third largest within the first 3 elements.
So because 3 is 2 bigger than 1, that means there are 2 new inversions here.
Exactly. Yes.
And that means there are 2 numbers in this prefix that are bigger than this.
Exactly.
So this would be the third biggest, so it's effectively -1.
Exactly.
And you can basically reconstruct the ordering of the elements in this array by the answers to these n-1 questions.
Exactly. And then once you have that, LIS is a pretty standard algorithm. I think most teams here will know.
Mm-hmm.
And then that just gets run, and then you get your answer.
Yeah, so then you run
Yeah.
an LAS, then there you go. Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a great problem, great solution. I like it. It combines 2 classic problems, but it does it in an interesting way that's interactive. Speaking of interactive problems, I guess I probably can't ask if there are any interactive problems, but does NAC support interactive problems at least? Could there potentially be in some future year?
NAC does support interactive problems.
Good. There you go. That's a safe answer
Yeah.
that we can give.
Choosing my words wisely.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jerry. Are there any other problems you'd like to talk about today?
I don't think I've really looked at any other parts of the problem set.
Let's pick one randomly and we can look at that. How about that?
Sure.
We'll pick sauna. Should I read it or do you want to?
Up to you.
All right, I'll read it and then you can tell us what you think. Kaisa, maybe, and her friends are going to the sauna. Now they have to pick the temperature. Each of them has their own temperature preferences in an inclusive range of acceptable values. Can you help them find the temperature that everyone is happy with? Since there might be a large number of possible temperatures, they have asked you to just tell them how many options there are and what is the lowest temperature that works for what the lowest temperature that works for everyone is, as then the sauna will need less time to heat up. Okay, so it sounds like you have a bunch of ranges and you want to know the minimum that fits in all the ranges?
Yeah, that's what
So
it sounds like, yes.
what if there is no answer? Oh, then you say bad news. Okay, I like here. So here they like 70,000 to 70,005, 70,003 to 70,010, 65,000 to 85,000. So 70,003 is the answer. And there are 3 that work. I see. Okay.
I see.
So classic intersection of ranges problem.
Yep.
And there you go. Not really anything to talk about there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I guess we can bring out the notepad, but I think people get it. Let's pick a new problem that's a little
Yeah.
boring.
And even if you're like super lazy, you could just throw like Cactle's line container if you wanted to, or
Line
interval
container.
container.
Oh yeah.
Like if you don't want to think about it at all.
Does Cactal support have its own interval container?
Yep.
What do you use interval? I feel like interval container is a little to bring out a hack pack. Flipping to that page, it feels like that's more work than just typing it.
That is true.
What is interval container used for anything interesting? Like, are there any problems where it's like interval container is like, oh, let's use interval container for this, or is it just like a?
I mean, it wouldn't really matter for that because you only care about like one specific intersection of all of the intervals. But if you needed to, like, store all of the intervals and like merge them together when you add a new interval, I think that's what it's used for.
Store all of the intervals
Like
and
if you-
merge them together?
Yeah, like if you have a set of intervals and you want to like add intervals, or I'm not sure if it supports removing intervals. Like say you want to add an interval and then your invariant in your set is that whenever 2 intervals intersect, they merge together, then that's like something you could use it for.
Oh, I see. Okay. So like intersect, or like the if you have a bunch of intervals and you want the union
Yes,
rather
yes,
than the intersection,
Yes.
and then you want that to have as few pieces of data in it as
Yeah.
possible, it does that automatically. Okay. This is kind of the opposite though, right? That would be union, this one's intersection of
Yeah.
intervals. Okay.
So slightly different, but
Yeah, this one's probably much easier to code.
yes.
Because the
I
intersection
agree.
of intervals is always at most one interval anyway. It
Yes.
doesn't. You don't have this like tree set thing. Okay, which one is larger? This is frequently a very difficult question. This one might be easy though. Question that often confuses a chatbot is 9.9 or 9.11. Which one's larger? Thoughts?
Clearly both of them are.
Both are larger in different ways. Depends which file sorting method you use. Some chatbots automatically incorrectly state that 9.11 is larger than 9.9, though we are not exactly sure the reasoning behind the wrong answer. I can tell you it's because of tokenization. One hypothesis is that the chatbot might have compared the decimal numbers as integer tuples and thought 911 is greater than 99. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. Integer tuples are compared by first comparing x1 against x2, and if they're equal, they compare y1 against y2. Yeah, makes sense. Your task is to determine, given 2 decimal numbers, whether their comparison would confuse a chatbot that might cause integer tuple comparison. Okay, so basically check if the integer tuple thing is confusing, or if there's always one that's bigger than the other. So 12.34 is always bigger than 5 point this, so you print that. But here it's confusing, so you print -1.
I see.
I think I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, what approach do you think we should use on this one, Jerry?
I think this is just some casework with parsing.
I think
For
that
the most
makes
part.
a lot of sense. The only piece I would be careful with is like to determine which one's actually bigger. How do you do that? So I guess you could just parse both manually and walk through them digit by digit.
Yeah. I was thinking
Um,
that, like, just parse as strings and then you're not really doing a let's graphical comparison. Or
It's
sort
like
of.
it's a little weird because the things on the left half are right aligned, and the things on the left half are left aligned.
Yeah.
So like in this case, like this, if you're not careful, if you treat the things before the period like the things after the period, this looks a lot like 09. Right? Is that anyway? Okay, not important, but yeah, you just have to be careful. It's easy to get wrong, I'd say.
Yes.
I wonder if you could just compare the decimal numbers directly. What are the bounds? 1 to 5 digits, 1 to 5 digits.
Yeah.
So that's at most, what, 10 digits? Double should be able to handle that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Though I'm not too familiar with calculating precision. That's black magic to me.
Usually, so I was the geometry guy on our team,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell you 12 digits is the borderline of okay, not okay. The 13th digit's where you start to really push it. But you can always get 10. 10 is usually
I see.
pretty much safe.
And this is even for like lawn doubles. Or are they the same as?
Well, I'm a Java programmer, so
I
in
see.
Java, long doubles don't even exist, which is a real pain. So we use longs whenever possible for our geometric precision. But yeah, I guess long doubles, they probably give you almost double that. They probably give you like 18 digits of precision,
I see.
I would imagine. With long doubles, you won't have precision issues here.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess also, are you guaranteed that they are not equal? Yes, they're not equal. Okay. So, cool. I think we should be set.
Yeah.
All right. Nick! Nick! Nicholas Wu! Okay. I'll have to tell him after. We need to put like a big no being loud sign.
Also, are these earbuds actually used for anything?
So in theory, we should be able to hear the contest floor. There's an option,
see.
if you want, we can hear ourselves, but the problem is because of the way these cameras work, there's a slight delay between the camera and the audio.
Oh, that.
So to get them to line up, we have a 200 millisecond delay in the audio. But if you hear yourself, it's fine, but if there's a 200 millisecond delay, it's very hard to focus. Do you want it? I can show you if you want.
Oh dear.
It's a real pain. Like, it's not so bad if I'm talking, but when you're talking, and then you hear your own voice coming back to you 200 milliseconds later. One sec. All right, what'd you have for breakfast today?
Oh yeah, that's a bit weird.
It's weird. It's very hard to deal with.
He participated before. Let's show his team.
Oh.
We have not tested the.
All right, we
What
can do
about-
that. Would you mind asking the folks in the hallway to move to a farther area or shut up? Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh.
Thank you, Lydia. It's just I when there are things I can't multitask, despite my name being second thread, single threaded. Okay, yeah, let's show your team. How about that?
Oh dear.
Floor overlay.
Okay.
We can take a look at them. What school did you go to?
University of California, Irvine.
Ah, wonderful. I have heard of them. They're in the Pacific Northwest region, right?
Or SoCal region.
SoCal?
Yeah.
Is that different from Pacific Northwest?
Yes. But
Okay.
I think we're trying to collaborate a bit more. I did help with judging for Pacific Northwest also this year.
Okay, wonderful.
And we shared some problems with SoCal. So it's like
Okay.
we're starting to be more collaborative, but we haven't fully merged.
Were you at the stream? We did a stream at
I was in the judge room watching, but I did
Okay.
not go on.
Okay, all right. Well, we missed you.
I can't see what's on your screen.
I see the standings, and
Yeah,
they're
that's me
not
trying to
transparent.
Tell you, not transparent standings.
Standings do not
No.
appear to be transparent to me. I can try refreshing.
Nah.
Is that fixable? That would be
Yes.
very nice to fix.
Let's prioritize.
They're
this
also,
one.
by the way, different color, in case that matters. They're like
No way.
not blue. They're gray.
Oh, no,
gray
the-
background?
No, the gray is somewhat of an expected behavior.
Can we just get rid of the gray entirely? Or-
Too transparent.
Okay. Oh, also, we only have like a couple of the places. The places are like 3, 8, 11, 12. What's going on with that?
Your homework is to figure out why.
Oh,
why
I
it's
bet
changing
this
color.
is one of the regions, if I had to guess. Colorado School of Mines, San Diego, Los Angeles. Is this
No.
SoCal?
Because San Diego,
Rocky
Los
Mountain.
Angeles is SoCal, but Mines is not. Stanford is
UBC
Pacific Northwest.
UBC is Pac Northwest, right?
Yes. Alberta is from Canada, so one of the eastern regions, I think.
Rocky Mountain? Rocky Mountain and Pac Northwest?
And SoCal.
We can bring up a region map here if you want.
I feel like,
Close it. So I know.
why does this feel so random? Maybe it's teams that have
Regions.
submitted in the past X minutes?
No, it's a region.
Wait, but the region's
Okay,
not
Pac
correct
Northwest. Here's Pac Northwest. Do we have a list of schools somewhere?
The website got a bit of a redesign, so it's a little hard to follow stuff.
What region is this, Lydia?
I don't.
You know?
This is West Division.
West
There's regional and
Division.
there's division. Wait, what are you? Well, sorry, what was the question?
Well, we have a list of schools here. We're trying to figure out.
Can you list
What,
off some schools?
Colorado School of Mines, Alberta, UC San Diego, UCLA.
That's West Division. Although
West.
West Division shouldn't have Rocky Mountain.
Is this Rocky Mountain? Where's Rocky
Yeah,
Mountain?
Rocky Mountain is the tealish.
Yeah. How do you know which are any of these schools Rocky Mountain?
I if you name me a school, I almost certainly can just tell you the regional directory.
BYU.
Yeah, that's Rocky Mountain.
Lydia, Nick claims there is a bug.
We know
Good. Good, really good.
you are doing great.
Is there actually a
I was
bug?
not being ironic.
Yes, but neither was I.
Ironic.
It's funny because your name is Nick.
I get it. I get
Should
it.
we should we get to the bottom of this bug or no?
Refresh for transparency.
Jerry, how's being?
There
on
you go.
screen?
Wonderful.
It's
Okay.
I was trying to tell you that there is no UC Irvine. Is UC Irvine South?
They're not here,
They're-
but they are south. They are SoCal.
yeah. They unfortunately did not make it this year.
Losers can't do things without you.
That's why he's a judge.
There's some California.
Yeah.
This
it's a
is
bit unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
They had bugs in their implementations and couldn't solve them.
oh darn.
Should we get Dorit in here? You think or
wait.
did you want to do more?
Leah, we were gonna take a. Oh, UC Irvine's not here. You said. They are they here?
Ask me about more teams.
Are
We're
you-
trying
are
to
UC
look at
Irvine
some
here?
teams.
No.
They're not here. Okay.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jerry. I put you on the spot.
Let's try to
Okay.
look at some teams.
Let's take a look at Rice University, and maybe hear from them too.
Wait, did we already do
The coding G. They've got some nested for loops. Looks like G is in a grid problem with ones and zeros.
When you were competing, did you have a strategy for the practice contests before the actual contest?
Sometimes we like when it was a place where we didn't really trust what would happen. We would like try the wrong answers, make sure if you got wrong answer in one case, run the mirror in the other, figure out what the result would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would try that, but for like NAC and finals and stuff, we kind of just we'd practice enough what we knew was going to happen. So we just kind of took it seriously, competed, solved some problems. Okay, let's take a look at problem G, and then maybe we can come back to that later. Okay, problem G, Captain, oh that's funny, has hidden some treasure and created a map to mark where it is buried. My pronunciation, to mark where it's buried. Rather than using X to mark the spot, he decided to obfuscate the location by using a grid of uppercase 0 letters and letter O letters and 0, the number, characters. The position is given by the location of all of the 0 number characters surrounded on all sides by 8 O characters. Okay, so let's look at an example. Oh my goodness, this is unreadable. I think it's this. I think this is the answer. So row 2, column 5. Yeah, because it's a skinny 0 surrounded. Holy cow. Man, who greenlit this? It looks like there are 2 locations here. Yeah, oh, so good. Oh no, 2 locations. Can there be exactly 2 or can there be any number? Output.
It's like
Oh
it
no.
can be any.
If there is more than 1 0 character, output the number of exclamation. So just count the number of times this appears and the first time it appears, basically, and then
Yeah.
print that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's take a look at their screen again. Can we get Rice back? Watch him code.
There was a surprise.
What, me?
I'm not listening to you. Sorry.
Okay.
When you say their screen.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Whose?
GPT with 0 context.
Exactly. Can we hear him? Okay, we can. like ants is the number of times it appears. Or wait, what is ants? Maybe a dead variable?
So we don't have the problems here?
No. You have to copy by hand. It's annoying.
It's too much.
Especially for grid, yeah.
It's just fucking too
That
much.
would be annoying to,
Holy shit,
to
you have
type
to copy
manually.
O's and zeros? No.
Wait, do they not? I know at past NACs they had the samples on the homepage. Like they already parsed and downloaded the samples.
I would think so. They also have them here, so they could copy this, right? Maybe they're not doing it on Caddis?
No, they're on the PC2 judge.
I guess we'll see what they see when they go to submit it.
Always a solution, brother.
Of course.
Yeah, is
Looks
Yeah,
like they're
just have-
passing sample. Oh wait, his first sample's wrong.
I don't need to, because the other
He needed to add one to the row
cases
and
do
column.
not
Maybe
have
that's
the
fixed though.
output.
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess
that's
it's
correct.
it's probably fixed.
Yeah. Oh no, to location. Word.
All right, looks like a submit to me.
I really hope they have the samples downloaded. That was like a very nice quality of life.
Yeah, they should. I mean, I guess you can see here if they miss a button.
Yeah. But maybe if they don't, that's also something to bring up with sysops
Yeah.
before tomorrow. But
We after this we'll have a time for questions section. Jerry, tomorrow during the contest, will you have time to come join us for the stream at all?
I think I will.
We would love to
Yes.
have you here.
I think this is also my first time seeing the PC2 judge system, or the contest system. Just before is always Dom judge,
Oh, interesting.
or at least SoCal still uses Dom judge.
Yeah.
And then NAC, this is the first year using the PC2 judge, and then it's World Finals migrating.
And it looks
Yes.
like Rice has gotten it correct. Congratulations to them. Thank you, Lydia, for showing us their screen. You can see all of the balloons in the dress rehearsal. I don't know if they give one problem per balloon. I think they probably just do 3 balloons total, because otherwise that would be a lot of balloons for a dress rehearsal. But tomorrow they'll do 1 problem per balloon. UCF, our host university. You can see Anderson Fanderson here on the left. His real name is Andy Fan.
Not just a host university.
Also, the university that I'm from. Is that where we're going with that? Yeah, wonderful, wonderful university. And Andy here is 19 years old, but he's been around since my days at UCF. This is his second or his third attempt at trying to go to World Finals. He's gone to World Finals before. I don't think they made it last year, but this is his year for revenge.
You feel good about their chances?
I feel good about their chances. Yeah, COVID was brutal, and Andy's hair used to be shorter than mine, for what it's worth. And I think now, from the people I've seen, I think Andy's is the longest of anyone. Lydia included.
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin hasn't beat. So second longest here.
But you know,
Longest of the
being
competitors.
right after Kevin and trying to get to the World Finals, second place guaranteed, huh?
Well, the other thing is Andy's like a decade younger than Kevin. So 10 years later, I bet Andy will have Kevin beat. How old do you think Kevin is? Think he's 30?
No.
How old's
June.
Kevin? Is Kevin younger than me? Kevin graduated a while ago. I'm almost there. Like 27? I'm 27? 26? I don't remember.
have no idea.
Kevin?
27 sounds about right, 37-ish.
27? Okay.
Well,
Yeah, it's
Finals
8 years.
2019 was his second. I don't know which year he was in.
Did he skip a grade? Kevin kind of feels like the kind of kid who would have skipped a grade.
Nah.
He's got the...
Nah, he'd milk IMO until he's finished.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. We'll have to ask him. Let's listen to what they're saying. Oh, UCF in second place now with 11 problems. Well done.
No, I think that was all of them. I think there's only 11 in total. Yeah.
Okay. They were asking questions to the judges about what is my favorite color. They were asking their own favorite color to the judges. Yeah, UCF, well done. Second place. I swear I saw them having not submitted for a while, but maybe that was University of Florida instead. Well done. Only 8 penalty points behind with a wrong submission on C, which means had they not gotten C wrong, this would be a full sweep.
Yeah.
As a commentator, I'm, of course, purely objective, but UCF is objectively my favorite.
Of course, of course.
John Hopkins.
I think they have no accepted solution so far.
Lots of wrong answers. And they're submitting via terminal. That's something you don't see every day. Are they submitting multiple times?
I think you might have like 2 submissions a minute. Or you have like 5 submissions a minute.
Until you forget to record.
Those are runs.
If there is
Alright guys, looks like we can't like spam submit.
a mistake in colors.
So to every problem but I, Johns Hopkins has attempted and gotten it wrong.
Quick, you have 1 minute left to wrong answer this.
I think they're going for maximal wrong answers.
So what is
There
this
you go.
about the
Now
suppress
every
warnings, by the way? Like, what are they warning us about?
I think they might be doing the strategy of solving all the problems in the freeze.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So then for the scoreboard reveal, it's like the most epic reveal possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll jump up so many places.
I also saw they were, I guess, testing the limiter on submissions per second via terminal. I'm pretty sure if you do abuse that, you can get DQ'd from the contest.
Yes.
So
I think there was a huge debacle 2 years ago.
did someone
where-
actually get DQ'd?
Not DQ'd, but during the practice contests, there were thousands of submissions made.
Ooh, bash scripts are powerful.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, 4 loops and a bash script. Holy cow. You could also put this in Python too and have Python just call an eval, right?
Yeah. Maybe even make it multiple threaded.
You know, you should be glad, if anything, that this happened with a submission script and not a print script. Because there's also a print script.
Yeah.
And that's when stuff gets real. When you have a printer that will not stop printing actual physical paper.
Oh, is this a replay?
No, this is live.
Just I
More incomplete
think-
output? Do we have replays?
Just I think
Replays are available on a separate website.
You can go to youtube.com, subscribe to ICPC Live, and see submissions with results after this. After this. And also, best part about it is that us clowns won't be in that. It'll just be the teams. There you go. Okay, all right. As John Hopkins continues with this, maybe let's take a look at Rutgers University with their submission on problem A in 4th place during the freeze. Oh, we're in the freeze. Welcome to the freeze, Jerry.
Oh no. Oh no.
So chilly.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Panic attack because we're not supposed to see people's screens during the freeze.
Oh, is this a manual toggle?
It is a freeze. We're in.
That's
We're not seeing the results of the submissions anymore in the queue.
Type what? All red.
Oh,
Welcome.
Should I be nominating another judge?
I mean, only if you want to. Like, I was like wondering, like, since y'all have been here for like some time.
Yeah. We should
All right.
probably get
Thank you, Jerry.
Doreen here, maybe.
Go find another judge for us.
Yes. It'll be another UCF alum.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. You're right.
Yeah.
All right.
okay.
I didn't know there were UCF alum judges, to be completely honest.
Let's just think it's fine.
Okay, Rocky Mountain is in west.
What does that mean?
Okay. Okay.
That is just objectively. I asked Tony. Tony said Rocky Mountain is in west.
We have verified and scoreboard division into groups is precisely correct.
We're looking at Johns Hopkins University, so although there's a scoreboard freeze, we can still see whether their submissions are accepted or not.
Is this?
Right. Thank you for.
Should we tell sysops?
I am.
Are you tell? Did you already tell them?
No, but I.
Do you want me to tell them?
No, I'll tell them.
Welcome back, Nick. I know the answer to this is no, but you didn't happen to go to UCF, did you?
I'm not allowed to.
To go to UCF?
No.
Or to
he
tell me the
never-
answer.
No, he was never a UCF student in any
Okay.
capacity.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's what you meant. No. I'm not a UCF alum. No,
Okay.
I went to Stanford.
Gotcha. We
He's
were told.
not the judge from UCF.
Is there a judge? Is it Travis Mead?
No.
No.
I think they're coming.
There's
right
another
now.
UCF judge coming.
I think
Do I
they're-
know this person?
I don't think so. I don't
Is
think
it-
I don't think you know who they are.
Is it
No, I'm pretty sure you don't know who they are.
Algorithms Live guy?
No.
Matt
it's-
Fontaine?
No. I'm like very sure because this person they started judging like this year.
Yay, new
Oh,
judges.
I think they're here.
Let's go.
Hello. All right. Sorry, I warmed up this chair for you, so you may now.
Derek, right?
Doreen.
Doreen. All right. Welcome, Doreen.
Thank you. Thank
How's
you
it
for
going?
this.
UCF
Good.
alum.
David, right?
It is.
Just making sure. Thank you.
Yes. Well, welcome to the live stream.
Thank you.
Are there any questions you helped right here? You can
Uh,
take a look at some of the questions if you'd like.
Which questions?
Any of the problems in this dress rehearsal here?
The dress rehearsal problems. I don't think I remember if there are any. No, not in the dress rehearsal in particular.
Okay. You want to talk about herb mixing? Herb mixing?
I suppose we could.
All right. Leon has collected some herbs of two possible colors, green and red. Leon's health level will be boosted after he eats these herbs. Mixing the herbs can increase their effects according to the following recipes. A green one boosts health by 1, 2 boosts health by 3, and 3 boosts health by 10. So 3 is the best per unit. 1 green herb and 1 red herb boosts health by 10. Okay, that's also quite good. So red herbs are only useful in combination with green herbs, and per unit make them the most useful. The herbs cannot be consumed in any way other than these. What's the maximum amount of Leon's health that can be boosted if he optimally mixes and eats his herbs? So it sounds to me the best strategy is to do this with all of your red herbs because they're only useful here. And then after that, make groups that are as big as possible until you run out.
That seems like it would make sense.
So 8-3 would be 3 times 10, which is 30, plus 10 for the group of 3, plus 3 for the group of 2, which would be 30 plus 10 plus 3, which is 43. Yep, sounds good. And then this is, the min of these is 0. So 0 times 10 is 0, and then there's none left over, so you're done. There you go.
Okay.
What do you think about this problem?
If I remember correctly, it was one of the. This may or may not have been one of the problems that was in 2024 Southeast Regionals last year, I think.
Good check.
I knew
These
it.
are on Van B's website, right?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
We've lost a camera. All right, let's watch an ad real quick, and then we can come back.
HRT brand anthem, take one.
Dream come true.
So I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at you.
Hi, Oprah.
What's the makeup department? Should I like sit up straight or something?
All right, I'm ready. We're mathematicians, we're statisticians, we're data scientists, we're computer programmers, we're engineers.
We're a multi-asset class, multi-time horizon, multi-geography firm.
We are highly quantitative. We take a very scientific approach to trading financial products.
Our algorithmic trading strategies are some of the most sophisticated in financial markets.
We're always innovating, and that has led to some really interesting problems to solve.
The fact that we're able to do so much with a relatively small set of people, I think speaks to our ability to really put automation into practice here.
All of us work together to make markets fair and efficient, and to do so in a really highly automated fashion.
So back in 2002, when the company was formed, we were a proprietary trading shop.
Data science was barely a thing.
Using computers to trade stocks was not definitely going to be a big part of the market. But you know, we've been kind of at the forefront of that journey.
The breadth of what we do now in terms of the types of trading strategies, the markets we trade in, has increased, and we've become so much more ambitious.
And today, we have the ability to trade in a bilateral fashion, yet we're still doing what we have always done. In the US equity markets, for example, we trade over 10% of the volume in that market every day. And that's very significant for a firm of our size.
HRT as a company realized early on that its value came from its people.
HRTers really have a deep sense.
These competitions help to create and empower a new wave of talents and leaders in digital technology, and they help to grow a new generation of future programmers.
The competitive programming community is special to me just because I grew up with it. I started doing this when I was 12, and it basically kick-started my whole career.
I think it's important for Jane Street to be supporters of ICPC community because this community is very important for development of many young people who just started their journey with software engineering.
What makes ICPC special to me is that people from many different countries just come together to one place to compete against each other and create a community.
Many Jane Streeters have been involved in the same competitions you're here to take part in. I met some of my closest friends through these competitions, and to this day I still enjoy solving problems with them.
I have been competing in ICPC for 10 years. It was what introduced me to the world of programming, to the world of problem solving.
My experience at ICPC prepared me for my role at Jane Street, mostly in terms of being able to formulate my ideas clearly and implement them quickly.
I use a lot of programming skills I learned during my years in ICPC competitions.
I think Jane Street is kind of similar to ICPC in a sense that we solve a lot of complex and interesting problems in a very quick matter. And I think this experience led to me being successful in my career and having a lot of expertise in what I do.
This is how I've met a lot of friends in high school and in university. We participated in competitions, we share a passion for competitive programming, and now we work together at Jane Street.
You're surrounded by people who care about the same things as you. If I could give advice to someone competing today, I would say make as many connections as you can.
The most important part is to find your friends, gain knowledge, and
Hi, I'm Hanel. I studied computer science and math at Harvard, and I've been a quantitative trader at Jane Street for a year now. And what that means is that I spent a lot of time writing algorithms and writing code, doing research to try to figure out what trading strategies we want to try to implement.
So I'm Tudor. I'm a software engineer at Jane Street, where for the past 4-ish years since graduating from the University of Toronto, I've been working on our ultra-low latency trading team, where we deal with all manners of things between fast software to very fast hardware and everything in between. While I was at the University of Toronto, I participated in our ICPC team and I participated in the ECNA regional.
So I'm on one of the algorithmic trading desks, which means that I spend a lot of time with other people who actually have pretty similar backgrounds to me. So just a couple of days before this event, I told some people on my desk that I was going to ICPC, and turns out, I already knew one person had also done ICPC. It turns out there are 2 others who had as well. So I think that it's always a fun surprise seeing how many of us share similar backgrounds and share this love for competitive programming.
I'm not sure about ICPC in particular, but there are many people in the firm who set things like Code Forces rounds or things for local competitions.
All right, welcome back to the stream. We were testing out our ads. Hopefully they work well. We'll go to the second camera here. Oh my goodness, our cameras are so blurry. Okay. Well, we'll take a look in a sec. Welcome back. And we will talk about some new problem. All right, welcome. Take a seat.
Oh, I see.
Do you want to join here?
I want to test out the drawing software that I think Jerry said you had on your machine.
Sure. Yeah. Here, take a seat.
Yeah. Yeah, Doreen's here too.
Yeah, I have the same question. I probably know. What?
The drawing software?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be doing most of the drawing.
Okay, sure.
It's just TL draw. We can do it algorithms live style where I explain what's going on.
Oh, yes.
As we talk.
Happy to be a guest on Algorithms Live.
Have you been?
Sorry, what?
Have you been a guest on Algorithms
No,
Live?
no.
Okay.
I'm just saying here.
Yeah. All right. All right, we're back. We're going to talk about a problem that we're going to pick at random here, unless you have one you like.
No.
Okay. Ooh, I see.
Ooh, I see.
We've done this.
Oh.
This is the O problem.
The
that
O
is
problem, yes.
Absolutely unreadable. Okay.
Which one is larger?
We also looked at this.
Okay.
Are there only 3 problems? Which number kind is it? There you go. Okay.
Okay, nice.
We talked about this with Nick actually. Letter balloons. There you go. This is okay.
This one. Yeah. Okay.
Let's read it live. Take a look at the screen.
Sure.
Here we go. We're organizing a programming contest. Decided that the first team to solve each problem will get a balloon in the shape of the problem's letter. For example, there are 23 balloons in the contest, A through W. The team from this place is first to solve M, U, and W. So they get to do their university's initials. Ooh, a long statement. Okay.
Yes.
A lot of teams have the same idea. It might be possible for both WMU and SI to achieve this goal, but neither will be able to do it if MI manages to solve M and I before they do. On the other hand, MI can't achieve it if either of these teams solve it. Schools like TTT are out of luck no matter what, since no team can get at most a single balloon for each problem. And Xerxes College, Xerxes, the old emperor, I think, who invaded Greece, if I recall correctly, Xerxes
like
the second. Xerxes College is also out of luck because there is no problem X in this contest. Oh, I see. Okay. What's the maximum number of teams that can proudly display their school's initials with the first solver balloons at the end of the contest? Sounds like general matching, but N is small, so we can do 2 to the N. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Do you want to give me your thoughts here on how we should think about this? So let's say we have some
sure.
teams, right?
Sure.
Like WMI and
right.
A E I.
Okay.
So here there is a conflict because both of these have an I.
That is correct. Yes.
All right, and we can have this for a bunch of different schools, right? We might have what else? A, B, and they have a conflict with this team.
Yes.
But not with W and I. So here, the maximum group you can pick is this team here and this team here. They don't conflict, and you're set.
Yes, that is correct.
Gotcha. All right, so what approach do you think we should try to make this more efficient than just trying all subsets of teams? Because we can have quite a few teams, right?
Wait,
is that the case?
It's only 20 teams. So
20 teams or 20 letters?
But a T is 20 as well.
Oh,
so.
26 problems, but
yeah.
20 teams. Okay,
yeah.
So there aren't that many teams.
Yeah, so I think you can just try all subsets of teams.
Okay, and how long can each team's name be?
80 characters, but you can just optimize or only keep track of unique characters to make it faster.
So there are at most 40. Oh, I guess only 26.
20 or 26.
There are only 26 in the alphabet.
Yeah.
So each team has a bit mask.
Yes.
Which is basically just a number in binary, where let's say your team is B, D. Then you'd be 0,
Oh, sure.
1 for B, 0 for A.
Mhm.
You don't start with any C's, you do start with a D.
Yes.
And then just zeros going forward. So this is your mask that BD maps to. And then what else?
Yeah, I mean, like, you just trial bit masks, I guess, like, you want to make sure that, like, none of the teams conflict, right? So it's like their AND would be 0?
Yeah, well...
Or no, not quite,
You're
no.
interested
It's
in...
like...
You want to make sure pairwise...
Yeah, wait, sorry.
Like, for every pair of teams, their AND should be 0.
Wait, every pair of teams, or is it? Oh, I see what you mean.
For,
Yes,
so
yes,
you're going to
yes,
pick a subset of teams.
Yes,
Of the
that's
teams
right,
you
that makes
pick,
sense,
you
right.
want to make sure every pair has a subset of 0.
Yes, that's right.
But you don't want it to be 20 squared
Mhm.
times 2 to the 20.
I mean, like...
I mean, this might work,
That
but
might
it's,
pass, but yeah, it's kind of tight.
Well, it's very tight, right? Because this is like 2 to the 4, so this is 2 to the 28 per test case.
Oh yeah, that's kind of... Yeah.
Plus a little bit more.
Yeah, that's tight.
So it'd be much better to be 2 to the 24.
Yes.
And the way we can do that is we can say, okay, if all of these teams are pairwise disjoint, that means as we process the next team, we can keep track of the OR of everything we've seen.
Yes, and then if there's a conflict there, we just
if it conflicts with the
okay,
OR,
sure,
we don't know who it conflicts with, but we don't care.
Yes,
we
makes
just
sense.
know this set of teams is not possible.
Yes, that's right.
Cool. So yeah, that'll give us a 2 to the 24-ish, assuming 20 is equal to 16 solutions, which is good enough within margin. Right? Cool. Any thoughts on the drawing here? My only thought is this is messy. I would like to take
is there a
this
mess
down.
pad or something? No, I guess it wouldn't help very much.
There's this, but it's yeah, not much better.
Yeah.
We can also do text. So there's this.
Text,
so we can say 2 to the 20 if we want.
Oh, nice font.
Yeah. TLD. Is this Comic Sans? Maybe.
Doesn't look
it's not
quite
terribly
like it.
ugly.
Yeah, it's sure. Just not like fonts I'm used to, I guess.
Yeah, let me hide my bookmark bar here.
Oh yeah, I don't want to.
Not that there's anything unnecessary in there, but it's just kind of annoying. Cool. All right. Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Welcome. All right, we're gonna watch Citadel ad, which is pretty epic, and we'll be back in a bit.
Sounds good.
Like all great journeys, it started with one person's vision and the drive to make it real. Empowering brilliant minds who turned ambition into action. We questioned accepted wisdom. We embraced challenge. And together, we changed the world of finance. Twice. Today, we are the most profitable hedge fund manager of all time. And as the next generation capital markets firm, we reimagine markets every day. But for all that we've accomplished, we've never lost the courage to begin again. Because when we act boldly and build together, we transform the impossible into the seemingly inevitable. Ideas are born, but impact is made. And it's made
Hi.
like all great journeys. It started with one person's vision and the drive to make it real. Empowering brilliant minds who turned ambition into action. We questioned accepted wisdom. We embraced challenge. And together, we changed the world of finance. Twice. Today, we are the most profitable hedge fund manager of all time. And as the next generation capital markets firm, we reimagine markets every day. But for all that we've accomplished, we've never lost the courage to begin again. Because when we act boldly and build together, we transform the impossible into the seemingly inevitable. Ideas are born, but impact is made. And it's made here.
Nice.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that
Welcome.
ad. It was wonderful. It's very epic. They take themselves very seriously at Citadel.
Oh, I should have put this in.
Yeah, you can hear the ad. Do you want to try it real quick?
Sure.
That way you can hear the ad.
Yep.
Hear how epic it is.
Yep. Let's play it
All right,
again.
rerun for how cool their audio department is at Citadel.
Like all great journeys, it started with one person's vision. And
one person's
And then a
vision.
bunch of blocks
Yes.
move around. Yes.
Yeah, makes
quite
sense.
the vision. Quite the vision they got there.
Yeah, so
Their
true.
animation department also. Man, those shaders. They look beautiful.
Is it AI?
I don't know. Might be.
I wouldn't
sure
put
there's
it past
AI
them.
going
Yeah.
on at Citadel somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, somewhere in Citadel, sure. Is there one
In the
graphic
animation department?
Ah.
I yeah, I don't know if it was written by AI. Yeah, but it's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. How long is this? Does this end in 7 minutes?
7 minutes, it seems. Yeah. Okay.
My internet is so bad.
Lydia, can we take a look at the scoreboard when you have a chance? Love to see who's winning and what things are like. Ohio State University, they got 2 ACs and a flood of wrong answers.
Yes.
Colorado School of Mines up top here.
Yes. I think they've now guaranteed the win for the dress rehearsal contest.
Dress rehearsal contest, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Impressively, UCF, even with a wrong answer, was able to outspeed Waterloo, who also had a wrong answer.
Oh, yes. Still, the penalty is like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Crazy.
quite a bit. Was anybody able to solve, other than, I think it was Colorado School of Mines, which is in first, without any wrong answers?
There is a public scoreboard? You probably
maybe.
want to know that there is a URL for public scoreboard.
How do I get
If
it?
you want to open it somewhere, here it works. It's in the video description. It's on NAC website, whatever is easier. nac.icpc.global is a good start.
Yeah, UCSD so far has no
And then you scroll
confirmed.
down.
Oh.
More in this block, scoreboard. Oh,
That's some cool.
Oh, nice.
Finally,
That's some
a
cool. Look at
permanent
this.
link that will be
Some cool
working
CSS. Look at the CSS,
Nice.
Lydia.
Crazy.
Look at this good. Someone did a good job with
Contest problems is, is not coming soon.
You know
what's on there right now?
Problem analysis.
Oh, no, the one before it, contest problems.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Sure.
Just like scoreboard, huh?
Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think a UCSD has no confirmed wrong submissions.
You know what's killing me here, though, Lydia? You know what's killing me? The rounded corners on this website are inconsistent.
Oh, yikes.
Someone's got to look into that. Anyway. Me and my corners. All right. Let's take a look at the scoreboard of the dress rehearsal. We have... Oh, this is a very different style. Okay, let's see. One submit with different minutes for Colorado School of Mines. And then, what was the other school you said? South Dakota?
UCSD, San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah, it's like further down. Yeah, they have like no confirmed wrong. They have no confirmed wrong submits, but like they have one pending. But it's like it's likely correct.
Likely correct.
Yes.
Which would move them into...
When did they submit this? I don't know.
Well, over 60 minutes in, I think.
Yeah.
60 is when it locks.
Yeah, so that's what 339, and that's still going to be. Oh yeah, that's much less than 260. Yeah, they're already
like
over 260.
Seventh place or so.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, well, but it's impressive to get everything right first shot.
So true. Solid
Very
performance.
high accuracy, you know.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, look, Colorado School of Mines got F wrong.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
So they would be the
only team to get no wrong
with
submits.
no wrong answers. Wow, impressive.
Does that mean they failed dress rehearsal?
They what?
Well, you can get wrong answers after an AC.
Oh.
As an option too.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure you don't get penalized for that.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Because I recall last year, maybe it's 2 years ago, BenQ's team, or maybe it wasn't BenQ, someone's team, the favorite, they solved set and then got a wrong answer after for the scoreboard reveal.
Oh my god.
So anyway.
Makes sense.
Okay. All right, I think that's all we have for now. We have 4 minutes left, and we'll let you watch the contest floor, and hope you enjoy what you see. Thanks for joining us for the dress rehearsal today.
Tune in tomorrow for the real thing.
Real thing, exactly.
Yes.